As the lights of a UTA train were bearing down on Trooper Ruben Correa and the driver in a car stuck on the tracks,
and I heard the horn from a train. I looked to my left and I was able to observe that train was coming pretty fast, anywhere between 50 and 80 miles an hour.
the man at the controls of the train felt an urgency of his own. In this Facebook post, Riley Nelson describes what he saw seconds before impact. I couldn't be sure what was going on until I was about 3/4 mile away. That was when I realized it was a car on the tracks, and I threw on the emergency brake and prayed that I was wrong and I wouldn't hit anything. For a split second, I thought I would stop short, but trains take a long time to stop. As Nelson tried to slow the train down,
He was in danger and I had to get him out of the vehicle as quickly as possible.
Trooper Correa had just seconds to rescue the driver, who was unconscious.
At that point, I actually wasn't really thinking. I was just doing my job.
Nelson was close enough to see the trooper's heroic efforts. He writes, quote, "I could see that someone was trying to get the driver out of the car. The trooper didn't turn on his forward-facing blue and red lights, so I didn't know it was UHP. Just as they went out of view, I saw the trooper physically haul the guy out of the car, barely even a second before impact." Nelson believes Trooper Correa is a hero. He also believes everything fell into place, preventing a tragedy. Nelson writes he missed a shuttle and got to the train he controls 5 minutes late. That may have saved the day. In normal circumstances, I would be passing through the area the accident occurred about 3 minutes earlier. That means I would have most certainly hit the car, and this would most likely be a fatality accident. Instead, no one was injured.
I'm still trying to process everything that happened.
Nelson says his prayers were answered. He's another important part of this story that, thankfully, has a happy ending. And UTA calls the engineer of that train an unsung hero himself. He noticed the danger on the track and slowed the train down enough to give the trooper just enough time to save a life. An incredible story. In the studio, John Franke, Fox 13 News, Utah.